Thank you. That's the theme for these few minutes. The Carbondale Unitarian Fellowship was created in 1953 by an interested group of professors from Southern Illinois University. We're in Carbondale, in southern Illinois, an area also known as the Heartland, land between the rivers, and Little Egypt. Southern Illinois University is the key business in this community of 25,000. Following the Little Egypt theme, the SIU mascot is the Saluki, the Egyptian hunting dog. Our thank yous cover the most recent 10 years of our history, and here are the facts of what has happened. Did strategic planning. We're on our third plan. Committed to growth for the purpose of spreading liberal religion in the Heartland. Added a part-time RE director and found our first minister. Became a welcoming congregation and helped create a support group for regional GBLT youth. Committed to physical accessibility. Sought financial aid. Built a new $1.7 million building, including an organ and a concert piano. Held a capital campaign. Increased social action internationally and locally. Expanded and improved RE programs for children and adults. Increased membership 90%. Helped light 2 new flaming chalices in Mount Vernon, Illinois and Cape Girardeau, Missouri. And we've had some fun. Perhaps the key reason we've done what we've done is that we're smart enough to know we don't have all the answers. We got a lot of help. This is an opportunity to thank the many people who've helped us. Reverend Burens visited in 1996 and gave a sermon that encouraged our commitment to grow.
We are grateful to John Burens, former president of our denomination, who taught us to look for a minister and also to plan to build a new building.
Helen Bishop, then of our Central Midwest District, helped us see how we could obtain an extension minister and reinforced our need for a truly accessible building.
We started this discussion to bring a minister in 1965. Thank you, Helen, for bringing us to fruition.
The Central Midwest District also provided a team that conducted a seminar to help us obtain an in-depth understanding of physical accessibility issues and solutions.
Thanks, Sally, Jack, Jean, and Linda, for helping us understand.
Margaret Beard was part of the former UUA Extension Ministry Program. She helped guide us through the process and helped with the dating dance, matching us with the available ministry candidates, and she got it right the first time.
Thanks, Margaret. It was a very good match for me, and I think a very good match for the fellowship.
Many Midwest congregations provided encouragement and data regarding the building process.
Thank you to the congregations who helped us in the building process.
A team of fellowship members and local professionals helped us understand the issues involved and reach the decision to become a welcoming congregation.
Becoming a welcoming congregation began for us with a commitment to our value of inclusion for all gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender persons in all of our activities and programs. This led us to help with the startup of the Rainbow Cafe, which is a supportive program for GLBT youth. And I do feel our fellowship is a warm and welcoming place for people from a large variety of diverse backgrounds.
As a congregation, we believe in fiscal faith. We believe our members and friends will support reasonable goals and that angels will appear. We're one of over 60 churches Rem has helped in his role as district financial advisor. He guided us through our first formal canvass and taught us the need for angels when planning an expensive project.
Thank you, Mr. Stokes, for explaining that money isn't a dirty word.
Consultation is one of the many services of the UUA fundraising office. Larry is helping us for the third time. The first was a financial assessment of our ability to fund a new building, and next was the capital drive to make it a reality.
thanks, Larry, for once again sharing your wisdom with us.
Between Rem and Larry, we've learned to practice fiscal faith. Angels did appear to help make our goals possible. We viewed social justice as both a local and global issue. Here's a global perspective.
In 2003, the Carbondale Unitarian Fellowship forged a partnership with Hospice of Southern Illinois and Ranchad Hospice and Orphan Daycare Program in Kabwe, Zambia. The program in Zambia cares for AIDS patients and the orphans that are often left due to the AIDS pandemic. Last year we applied for a grant from the UU Women's Federation, which we received, which built a permanent workshop for income generating activities for the AIDS widows that are in Kabwe. It's just been a fabulous project and has been embraced by most of the people in the fellowship and has truly changed my life.
And here's a local perspective.
I'd like to thank Elsie Speck, an activist in town who happens to be a member of the Catholic Church, for getting me interested in prison ministry work. Through her, I started working with men at Thames, which is a supermax prison near here, and it's been a very moving experience to work with lifers and long-termers. After a few years, my friend Karen and I decided to start a prison ministries group at our church here at the fellowship, and we called it New Day Prison Ministries, and she'll tell you more about it.
The prison ministries group writes to prisoners who would not ordinarily have a lot of contact with the outside, and those letters are of as much benefit to the writers as they are to the receivers. We also take loads of toiletries and books for prison libraries up to the women's prison, and in the fall we donate children's school supplies so that the women who have children will feel good about what their children are, how they're starting the year. And at Christmas, we sew and have sewn almost 500 bags 2 years in a row. And the women use these to place small gifts so that they have something for their children at Christmas. One woman in particular told me that no matter how small we may think our efforts are, to them it's huge.
I never thought I would be doing this kind of work at my age in retirement, but it's been one of the most moving experiences of my life. And I have to also thank all the members of this congregation who pitched in and helped us take things to the different prisons and encouraged us all the way along.
Our goal of making liberal religion available in the heartland starts at home with our own RE program. We've had help from the district's RE consultant, Dory Davenport, and from our own RE director.
Thank you, Ms. Davenport, for helping our teachers.
Regarding our religious education program, our goal is to strive to simply always improve. We make use of the resources of the Central Midwest District and specifically the skills and inspiration that Dory Davenport has shared with us over the years. I've gone to workshops and many trainings, and it's important to try and bring those back to the fellowship and integrate them in a way that fits with what we try and do here. Our fellowship has a 5-year strategic plan, and concerning the goals of religious education in that plan, in short, it's to improve. We're proud of what we do, but we're not satisfied.
And we don't forget the adults. 17 programs are currently offered. We have provided assistance to groups in 2 different communities who are interested in liberal religion. Many individuals deserve thanks for their efforts.
Approximately 3 years ago, one of our members had the opportunity to purchase a small church in Mount Vernon area. As a Mount Vernon resident, he was driving long distances to attend the Carbondale Unitarian Fellowship and came to our minister saying, "I want to start a UU church in Mount Vernon." We were somewhat startled, but we put together a committee, we met, we were inspired by his generosity, and today that fellowship is up and running and celebrating their 2nd anniversary. It's a wonderful program.
Cape Girardeau, Missouri is the second new fellowship, and it's perhaps ironic that the home of this new liberal religious fellowship is in Rush Limbaugh's hometown. It's important to say thank you for the financial help we've received from other UUs, and both the new Mount Vernon and Cape Girardeau fellowships have received financial aid.
Our thanks to everyone who's contributed to the Chalice Lighter program. You have helped make our dreams come true.
Here are the UU sources from which we've received external funding. Our apologies to the many others who have helped us who we could not name today. Your contribution is greatly appreciated. If our fellowship has accomplished some things, it is because of these 7 values. Everyone's voice must be heard, which is different than the majority rules. We are willing to ask for help, and the UU community responded. We listen and try to respond to the advice we get, even if that advice is to recruit more Republicans into the congregation. This was Reverend Sinkford's advice to us when he spoke shortly after the last presidential election and described us as a congregation in a blue county, in a red region, in a blue state surrounded by red states. We practice fiscal faith and believe in angels. The angels are out there if you're willing to ask, and we value the anonymity that some angels desire. We exist to help make liberal religion available to our children, our adults, and to the community. We're pleased that the light of 3 chalices now burn in the heartland. If we're not helping others in a meaningful way, we're not helping ourselves. We're pleased our work fighting AIDS has been recognized. The prison ministry is just one of many local projects. Most of our adults and frequently the students in our RE classes are involved in these efforts. If we took ourselves too seriously, we'd never accomplish anything. And we've learned you can accomplish much and still have fun. In summary, it is these values and your help that have made our journey possible. The past 10 years have been a busy and fruitful period for the Carbondale Unitarian Fellowship. We still have many challenges ahead of us and believe we have many things yet to do. We will continue to ask for your help. Our final thanks is to all of you who are here today and all the other Unitarians around the world. We greatly appreciate the opportunity to share with you in our collective liberal religious experience.
Thank you, Ms. Davenport, for helping our students.
It says teachers.
Teachers?
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Okay.